Welcome. I'm very excited to introduce our first panel. There's no better way to celebrate autonomy in education than with all of you, our 2020 graduates of temporary master's program. So another big round of applause for all of you. First, I want to thank the administration of this institution for supporting the openness necessary to host such experimental programming. We're also grateful to our generous coordinators for dedicating countless hours outside of their allotted time. We appreciate you very much. We are especially thankful to the temporary department heads for taking time away from their very busy schedules in order to agitate and disrupt educational models at the Sandberg Institute. It's you who makes this all possible, so another round of applause, please. Now let's introduce our first panelists. The department heads of the Challenging Jewellery Temporary Masters, two champions of anti-establishment practices in education and in fashion, the duo. While I suspect that most of you are already familiar with their trailblazing work, I'm going to give you a brief introduction. The duo are the creators of Celeste, whose artistic vision is one of deep human value transmitted through limited edition products, services, also exhibitions, educational models, workshops, and so on. As department heads of the Challenging Jewellery Master's program, the duo represents an anti-establishment approach to education through small-scale experiments in self-organization and collaboration, blended with value transmission in place of hierarchical forms of traditional education. Their primary aim in this program has been to inspire a platform for participants to reinvent their own education with a focus on building a self-sustaining future together. In addition to rejecting the standard expectations of a master's course and inverting their traditional hierarchies of teaching, the duo see their work at the Sandberg Institute as a practice to transmit one thing, and that is the cultivation of fearlessness. Let's give the duo a big round of applause. Thank you all for being here. My first question is for the duo. You are business owners and department heads of the Challenging Jewellery Master's Program. Your course description explicitly stating that Challenging Jewellery would focus on building a persuasive collective, one that could be defined as both a corporate association and a movement. Please tell us, how did you guide your students into such a complex journey while still providing autonomous space for learning?
We see a master's program as an act of generosity from all sides.
I see. Why did you formulate your course as a collaborative corporation? What does that mean to you?
Our hope is that all of the participants of Challenging Jewellery would feel this fire burning inside. We hope that everyone walks away with a deep burning flame, totally convincing energy that makes anything possible.
For us,
The biggest gift one can give is to create a platform to bring other people into that vision. In this place, you always find ways of standing for one position together. Exactly. And the other part of that gift is to not be afraid. To not be afraid of failure. To not be afraid of failure. To not be afraid of money, of judgment. To not be afraid of judgment. Of making a piece of shit. To not be afraid of fighting, even for the wrong cause. To not be afraid of anything. Yeah. Especially in times that are so financially tight, we must learn to be fearless. And actually, we proposed collectivity as a way to deal with that.
You just said proposed collectivity. Was working collectively a requirement of the course? And if so, how did you enforce that?
What we can appreciate is that sometimes the definition of collectivity will be different from one person to another. For us to require a collective working, to place our definition of collectivity on someone else's, it would force us to define the concept for the others, to take a hierarchical position, assessing whether or not it was attained by the participants. And we are not interested in that.
Well, that leads me to my next question, which is, how did you deal with evaluation or the requirement of having assessment criteria at the Sandberg Institute within the context of a very open format course, which relies quite heavily on collaboration?
We always encourage the students to come up with their own assessment criteria. It's true. We were even thinking about, Auszeichnung, reward. Yeah. Reward. We were always thinking of some kind of reward system. We asked the students many times, can assessment criteria be linked to a reward? Can a reward be a kind of decoration? Or if one participant achieves a specific criteria or level, can there be some kind of decoration to symbolize that? We actually thought maybe this interpretation of assessment criteria could help the group develop something physical as an alternative form of jewelry.
How does that work?
Yeah, like a military service or stars or something, like a sash or chain or badge or whatever.
I see. How did you formulate the course as a collective corporation? What does that mean to you?
Of course, we mostly talked about equality between everyone. But we also wondered if at some point the participants would want to create a distinction among themselves. We left it totally up to them. We gave them full autonomy. really. You're implicated here in a major way. You've been watching this the entire time. You could have done something. You're the one who chose to sit comfortably, analyzing all of this from a distance. You could have done anything here. Anything. Anything. The page was completely clear for you. Anything. Everything was possible. Don't you want to say something?
Collective in my heart, collective in my soul, even collective in my fingers. I wonder if it'll ever work. I can't face another failure. I got nothing to spare, I got nothing to lose. All I wanna do is feel this collective space inside of me. Open my heart and lose the key. But oh, it's a catch-22, closing in on me. I'm trying to find my way before I lose myself. The drive is leaving me. I feel the inner flow, and all at once I know that I'm scared of letting go of you. Meeting us across the wall, our toner plants are on the floor, conversations playing on repeat. I wonder if they'll take shape soon. I can't take another round. 2 years speeding by, graduation comes too soon. I wonder if there's still a chance. Our shared hopes are on the line, but our dreams just don't fall in line. But oh, it's a catch-22, closing in on me. I'm trying to find my way before I lose my will. The drive is leaving me. I feel the inner flow, and all at once I know that I'm scared of losing touch with you. Collective in my heart and in my soul. Collective in my heart, collective in my soul, even collective in my fingers. I know one day it'll work. I can see another future. 2 years speeding by, graduation comes too soon. I wonder if there's still a chance. Our shared hopes are on the line. Our dreams maybe can realign. I know it's a catch-22. I'm going to find my way before I lose my will. The drive is here in me, and all at once I know I'm not scared of losing us or me.
Collective in my heart, collective in my soul, even collective in my fingers. I know one day it'll work. I can see another future. 2 years speeding by, graduation comes too soon. I wonder if there's still a chance. Our shared hopes are on the line. Our dreams maybe can realign. I know it's a catch-22. I'm going to find my way before I lose my will. The drive is here in me, and all at once I know I'm not scared of losing us or me. And I don't want to say goodbye.